Hello everyone, welcome back to Reading Corner. I've been having such a good time lately. I've been going to the library and visiting my friends and borrowing some really great books and getting them ready to read to you all here at Reading Corner. So I really hope that today you're going to really enjoy these books that I've found for you. The first one is about a dog called Marley who gets up to all sorts of shenanigans and mischief. And so he keeps getting called bad dog Marley, bad dog. But is he really all that bad? We'll find out. And then we've got another dog who gets into lots of shenanigans as well, called Hairy Maclary. And this is about when he has to go to the vet and the craziness that follows on from that. And then we slow down because then the final book is about a little Bilby, the smallest Bilby, who deeply, deeply loves the Midnight Star, and it's his story. And I think you're just going to love that as much as I do. So let's get started. Let's find out what happens with Marley, the bad dog. In a little house on Churchill Road lived a very happy family. There was one mummy, one daddy, one freckle-faced girl named Cassie, and one crawly, squirmy boy named Baby Louie. He had a giant droopy nappy and a thumb that rarely left his mouth. The family had 2 budgies, 3 goldfish, and 4 pet crickets. But there was one thing the family did not have, and that was a dog. "Oh, please, 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 please," begged Cassie. "Please, can we get a puppy?" "Please," cried Baby Louie. "We'll see," said Daddy. "We'll see," said Mummy. Cassie and Louie waited and waited until Daddy came home from work one day carrying a cardboard box. "Hey, everyone, come and see," he yelled. In the box was a squiggly yellow furble with a wet black nose and ears so big and floppy they looked like he'd borrowed them from an elephant. "A puppy!" Cassie squealed. "Bow wow!" cried Baby Louie. "This," Daddy said, "is Marley." "Ah," said Mummy, "look how tiny he is." But Marley didn't stay tiny for long. The puppy ate, and he ate, and he ate. He ate what was in his dish, and he ate what wasn't. He drank, and he drank, and he drank. He drank what was in his bowl, and he drank what wasn't. And the more he ate, and the more he drank, the more he pooped, and the more he weed. Oh dear. And the more he grew, and grew, and grew. And the bigger Marley got, the bigger trouble he got into. Big, big bad boy trouble. Marley ate the buttons off jackets and the laces off shoes. He tipped over his water bowl and raided the rubbish. He pulled the toilet paper off the roll and the turkey out of the oven. He chewed Mummy's reading glasses and swallowed Daddy's paycheck. "Bad dog, Marley," Daddy said. "Bad dog, Marley," Mummy said. "Bad dog, Marley," Cassie said. "Bah, boo, boo, waddy," Baby Louie said. Marley tried to be a good dog, honest he did, but everything he tried ended up being bad. He tried to make friends with the squirrels. "Bad dog, Marley," Mummy said. He tried to play house with Cassie and Louie. "Bad dog, Marley," Cassie said. "Ah, boo-boo way," Baby Louie said. He tried and tried to find a safe hiding place during thunderstorms. "Bad dog, Marley," Daddy said. One day, Mummy baked cookies and left them on the counter to cool. Big mistake. The next day, Mummy baked a chocolate cake and put it high on top of the refrigerator. "You won't get this," she said. But Marley got it. Every last crumb. Oh dear. Another time, Marley jumped over the fence and came home with a giant pair of pants. I don't even want to know, Daddy said. One day, Marley finally went too far. Family came home from a movie to find an indoor snowstorm, and there in the corner of the living room was the abominable Snow Marley. Uh-oh, said Baby Louie. That's it, Mummy said. That dog has got to go. Please, Mummy, Cassie cried. Marley didn't mean it. He can't help it. I'm sorry, Mummy said. I can't take it anymore. Marley was very, very sad. I try so hard and I mess up everything. Everything. Daddy put an ad in the newspaper. Strangers came to meet the big, crazy, pure-hearted dog, and everyone received the same royal Marley welcome. No thanks, they all said. Then one day, Marley proved that he was right where he belonged. Mummy was in the bedroom folding clothes when Marley started barking. Bad dog, Marley, Mummy scolded. Pipe down. But Marley would not pipe down. He barked and he barked. Then Mummy heard Cassie scream, Come quick, it's Louie. Mummy raced for the kitchen. My baby, she cried. And before Mummy could take a step, Marley raced up the drawers, leapt onto the counter, jumped up on his hind legs and grabbed Baby Louie by his great big droopy nappy. Marley would not let go until Mummy had her baby safe in her arms. Good dog, Marley, Mummy said. Good dog, Marley, Daddy said. Good dog, Marley, Cassie said. Me go again, Baby Louie said. Marley jumped on the floor and he did the Marley Mumbo. Finally, I did something right. Does this mean, Cassie asked. Mummy looked at Marley doing his crazy dance. She looked at Cassie and then at Daddy. She squeezed Baby Louie in her arms. Finally, she looked back at Marley. Oh, please, 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 Mummy, Cassie said. Please, Baby Louie said. A little smile came to Mummy's face. This is Marley's home, and we are his family, she said. And we love him very much, Daddy added, slobber and all. So Marley can stay? Asked Cassie. Yes, Mummy said. Marley can stay. Yay, said Cassie. Yay, said Baby Louie. Woof, said Marley, and gave Mummy the biggest, fattest kiss of her life. Good dog, Marley. The end. So you can have dogs that can drive you crazy, but then they do things that just remind you why you love them. So yes, you have to look after your dogs. Now we're going to read about another dog who also gets into some more mischief. This is Harry Maclary's Rumpus at the vet. And a lot like Marley, Harry Maclary gets into shenanigans that he doesn't always mean that they become very crazy. Down at the vet's, there were all kinds of pets with troubles and woes from their ears to their toes. Sniffles and snuffles and doses of flu, itches and stitches and tummy ache too. So many animals watchful and wary, and Harry Maclary from Donaldson's Dairy. There were miserable dogs, cantankerous cats, a rabbit with pimples and rickety rats, mice with the sneezes, a goat in a rage, and Cassie the cockatoo locked in her cage. Cassie had claws and a troublesome beak. She saw something twitch, so she gave it a tweak. She pulled it so hard that she plucked out a hair, and Harry Maclary jumped high in the air. 4 fussy budgies with Grandmother Goff flew out of their cage when the bottom dropped off. Grizzly Macduff with a bottle brush tail leapt out of his basket and over the rail. The Poppadom kittens from Parkinson's Place squeezed through an opening and joined in the chase. Barnacle Beasley forgot he was sore. He bumbled and clattered all over the floor. Then Custard the Labrador, Muffin Maclary, and Noodle the Poodle decided to play. They skidded and scampered and slid all around, and bottles and boxes came tumbling down. What a kerfuffle, a scramble of paws, a tangle of bodies, a jumble of jaws, with squawking and yowling and mournful meow. They really were making a terrible row. Out came the vet. "I'll fix them," she said. She tripped on a lead and fell over instead. Geezer the goat crashed into a cage. He butted the bars in a thundering rage. Cassie got mad. She rattled her beak and she saw something twitch. So she gave it a flick. Oh dear, this is going to start all over again. And to be honest, it actually wasn't Harry Maclary's fault that time, was it? It was Cassie's. Now we're going to read another book called The Smallest Bilby and the Midnight Star. And this one is quite a lovely one. And we're just going to slow down. Maybe it's nighttime where you are, because this is a very good nighttime story, but it is quite lovely. Every night, the smallest Bilby in the Bilby patch sat under the midnight sky to watch the stars. He loved them all, every single one of them. But the one he loved best was the smallest one, which hung close to the edge of the sky. Every night he reached up to her, and she shone down on him. She was so very far away. "Sometimes I'm scared she won't be there," the smallest Bilby said after a long, hard, Bilby busy day. He stretched his arms out wide and called, "I love you, star. I love you best of all." The star shone down, an especially bright shine. "See," said the oldest Bilby in the Bilby patch, "she loves you too." And for a little while, from the time it took the moon to wander from the low side of the hill to the high side of the hill, the smallest Bilby felt better. But when a passing cloud hid the star from view, he grew frightened all over again. What if she goes away and forgets me and never ever comes back?" he said. "She'll be there," said the oldest Bilby. "She always comes back." The star hurried out from behind the cloud and beamed down on him, splashing his whiskers with starlight, brushing his ears with silver. But the smallest Bilby could only think of the midnight sky without his star. "I need to give her something," he said, "something to make her remember me forever and always." "I know," he called out to the star. "I'll give you a kiss." He stretched up on tiptoe and tried to kiss her, but he just wasn't tall enough. "Was that a kiss?" asked one of the little Bilbies. "Not yet," said the smallest Bilby, "but it soon will be." He stood on top of the rock of the hill. He stood on a rock on the top of the hill and opened his arms wide and reached up high, but he still couldn't reach. So he set off to fetch another rock, and then another. The star shone down, leading the smallest Bilby from one star-shiny rock to the next. "What are you doing?" asked the oldest Bilby. "We know," said the little ones. "He's building a kiss." "You can't build a kiss," said the oldest Bilby with a smile. He can," said the little ones, "and so can we." And one by one, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, the little Bilbies of the Bilby patch joined in, fetching and carrying, lifting and pushing each star-shiny rock all the way to the top of the hill. And high above them, the star shone down from the fading night sky. Little by little, rock by rock, the kiss grew higher and bigger and rounder and fatter until it almost almost touched the sky. Are we there yet? Asked the little Bilbies. Are we? Are we? Almost, said the smallest Bilby. That's not a kiss, said the oldest Bilby in the Bilby patch. No, said the smallest Bilby as he climbed from one star-dappled rock to another. This is a kiss. And opening his arms wide enough to hold the whole heavens, he reached up on tiptoe and kissed the smallest star at the edge of the dawn sky. All the Bilbies in the patch caught their breath. Not a whisker or a nose twitched. The little star grew bigger and bigger and brighter until the desert glowed with the colours of the morning sky and the rocks on top of the hill blazed gold and purple and crimson. She sparkled on the pools in the riverbed until they flashed like glass beads. She dusted the tops of the spinifex with copper. She danced above the little Bilbies in the Bilby patch and tickled their tummies with starshine. And then she shone her deepest, clearest light right onto the smallest Bilby of all. Look at that, said the little Bilbies. She won't forget you now, whispered the oldest Bilby in the Bilby patch. And I'll remember her, said the smallest Bilby, forever and always. The end. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that somewhere you have a star that's shining down on you right now and loving you. I hope that wherever you are, you have a wonderful, wonderful day because you're wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time at Reading Corner, and I'm going to have some more great books to share with you. But until then, bye for now.